Nobody, looks like we
nobody
have
can get mad at you.
round 2. So Paul's swinging out here. All right, let's get back into the action.
All right, so we got Titan Shift versus Argo.
Argo. I don't know what Argo is, but is that an aggro pirate deck? Because if that's an aggro pirate deck and it's Argo, I'll be really happy.
I think it's going to be aggro because I see a lot of burn
I
spells.
see. This is just like super burn, huh? Mono red.
It looks like
aggro.
mono red aggro.
Mono red aggro. Okay, I'm in.
The closest thing to RDW in Modern, maybe?
Yeah. Big red. Something like.
I didn't see any big stuff.
Okay.
That is also a deck that I'm almost done with for Modern is Big Red. I need to get a Torch of Defiance and I got it completed.
Oh.
Inferno Titans. Cyclops Gladiator. I don't know if you know what that card does.
I know the first two, not Cyclops Gladiator.
On attack, trigger, fight.
On attack, trigger, fight. What fights?
The 4/4 Cyclops Gladiator
fight anything?
Yeah.
On attack?
On attack.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good in Modern, too.
Yeah.
A 4/4
It's a 4/4 for 4.
A 4/4 fights a lot of things. What's the drawback? There's no drawback.
It costs triple red.
It's okay.
Which is fine if you're playing a mono red
I'll
deck.
say I've cast Chain Whirler.
Have you ever cast a Cryptic Command?
Yeah.
Same deal.
Yo, Cryptic Command is a good card though. That is a good Magic card.
It sure is. It sure is.
I'm interested to see what else they. So the thing that I'm a little confused about UMA, since we're talking about Modern cards, is that I feel like they've kind of shown more mythics than are normal in a.
Well, so the thing
set?
that the reason behind that I've noticed is that all of the cards that are box toppers
they are
also
all mythics,
in the set.
But I mean, but I also think that all the box toppers that are in the set, not all of them are mythics, but when you count it down, it still comes down to 20 to 24 mythics, and a typical set only has 15.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I just wonder
this is
where
a big set too.
No, it's still 267 or something, 270. So I'm just wondering where it goes.
Set, isn't it?
No, it's very typical.
Oh.
Paul has Relic, 3 lands.
Now, not knowing what RJ's on, I think this is a very good hand for Paul.
That's fine. On the Multi 6, we'll see what his scry is. RJ looking to get a deep shuffle in.
He did have 0 lands.
That's right. The old 0 land conundrum.
I mean, I've kept a 0 lander before. I have kept a 0 land hand before.
I have as well.
But it also had a Lotus Petal.
Oh.
And
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count, man. When you can cast your old hand, if you say you have no lands and play 6 Mox in, I'm still like, no tears.
I had a Legacy deck before where my best hands were 1-landers.
Gotcha. So it looks like RJ has...
He's got something.
He's down to 5.
Keepable.
Yep.
At 5, that's definitely keepable.
Yep.
He's got a couple plays.
He scries. He's going to leave it on top. Ramanat red.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing Ramanat red.
So he deals 1 with the Sunscorched Desert, plays Bomat Courier, starts the clock off. This is basically Ramanat red with modern legal cards.
Yeah. I probably would have played that Village Messenger, though.
I don't know. I like getting Bomat Courier out there, start the draw engine, make Paul make a decision. Bomat Courier is a great card.
No, it's awesome. But
mainly because other than Bolt, Paul
putting that Village Messenger, that gives RJ the ability to start bolting on turn 2.
That's true. So he's going.
But I like this too. Playing the Earth Shaker here is
makes
not
it
bad.
so this Elder can't block. Come in for 3.
Yeah.
Trigger. Is that another Sunscorched Desert in hand?
It is.
I mean, this is going quick.
Yeah. Now,
I expect to see a Pulsamarasa coming back in.
Yeah, probably. I would think that Pulsamarasa is coming back in.
But Paul is also just racing. We'll see if he can get ahead of this.
I do expect to see Sweltering Suns get sided out for maybe Anger of the Gods.
Yeah. Sweltering Suns is still playable though.
Definitely is. However, a lot of the time it just gets cycled.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Anger of the Gods does have that added benefit of stopping those Kenras from coming back.
Oh, that's true.
Which could be relevant in this match.
The Embalm.
Yeah.
So let's see what Paul's gonna do here.
I'm probably gonna play that Valakut he's gotten. Well, maybe not. He's got quite a few other lands. No reason really to show RJ what he's on.
Yep. Bringing out another Elder. Importantly, a chump blocker to keep him in the game.
So there's the Relic.
Yep. Basically acting just as a cantrip.
Yeah, it's just drawing him cards at this point.
If there's a way to use the Sacro Tribe Elder to take care of the Kenra, and he can use the Relic to take out the Kenra.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
I don't think that's worth it for Paul, though. I think he wants to get the land off of it.
Yep. Remember, the Ramanat Ruins still represents 2 to 4 damage, depending on how many deserts. He needs more
RJ does
red
need
lands.
2 more red sources.
Yeah, he needs more red lands, certainly, though. So I think, is that on-crop Crusher?
It is on-crop Crasher. So that's a big old swing.
Exerting, making it so the Elder can't block. So that's 3/6 damage. Paul would go to 8. Hey, this is getting there.
Yeah. So I guess they backed up to declare attackers. Which would mean that all of the creatures are untapped.
Not sure yet. We'll see. I'm sure they're getting it sorted out. So interestingly, Paul doesn't have enough to really combo off here, but he's got to just...
He's going to bolt the Beaumont.
Yeah.
Oh. So now he's able to block with the... Yeah. So saves himself a point of damage?
Yep.
Well, it saves himself quite a few points of damage, but...
So this would be 6 lands. He needs to somehow pick up the Scape Shift. Because he has the Valakut in hand, right?
He does.
So he needs to either find Scape Shift or Prime Time.
Yeah, he's got to find a Scape Shift up the top here.
He probably... I'm wondering if Paul wants to...
Prime Time doesn't do it because the Valakut comes in tapped, yeah.
Right. But the Prime Time can keep him alive long enough, right?
Well, he won't be able to cast the Prime Time until the next turn.
Right. Oh, that's right.
Yep. So now he's just digging. So one of those has got to be a land that he picked up. Yeah, I think I saw a Cinderglade.
He's going to play the Valakut.
Search for tomorrow. He's got nothing else going on. Might as well just cast it. Was that another Valakut in his hand?
I couldn't see.
That's pretty sweet. So, basic mountain, that puts him at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 mountains.
Yep. So he's crossed the threshold.
Yeah. So everything from here on out is a bolt. Or every mountain from here on out is a bolt.
So Paul is going to be digging for Prime Time or Scape Shift.
Yeah.
To finish off this
Scape Shift
combo.
is lethal. Prime Time is very bad for RJ.
RJ picked up a second Ramanat Ruins.
So we got a...
That Beaumont Courier is starting to pick up some cards.
Yeah.
Is that 4 underneath there?
It is. So if I was RJ, yeah, I would cast what he can out of his... Yeah.
He might just dump his hand and then be ready to cash in the...
I don't think he cares too much about these village messengers.
Alright. So let's see what he got.
Is that a Chandra's Phoenix? Is that an Arclight Phoenix?
That's an Aqua and Firebird.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
That card is good.
It's pretty good if you can get there.
It's hard to get rid of. I remember
every mountain being a shock is.
Yeah.
Not that he's played any mountains yet.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a land in quite a while.
Well, he just saw that ramen up, but
yeah.
So, yeah, there it is.
Escape shift. And I don't think
it's in RJ's best interest to make Paul go through everything.
Yes. I think Paul is ready to explain his Valakut combo.
Yeah.
And with that, I don't believe that
RJ has no way
an
to
answer.
stop this.
Yeah.
I think the only red counter magic is not legal in Modern.
I don't think it is, and I believe it only counters. Does it counter any spell?
Or a white Mage's Contest.
Spell?
No, Mage's Contest counters anything, but you gotta bid life over it.
Right, it's like a really weird counter spell. Like
then,
red and white each got a very strange counter spell, right? Is that how it is? White has one as well.
White has a couple. It's got Mana Tithe.
Mana Tithe, that's
and it also has Lapse of Certainty.
Okay, that one.
Which is a memory lapse, but in white.
That's pretty okay.
I mean, it was pretty good in Standard. Blue-White Control was very dominant at that point in time. With Jace the Mind Sculptor, Wall of Omens.
There's a couple of very interesting things going on at Pro Tour and Standard right now. Guilds are bringing in very guild-oriented decks, and I was semi-happy to hear that there's a cool Dimir deck floating around, Dimir Control.
You know what I was really happy about, and this is kind of this kind of goes back to a lot of our conversations.
Yeah.
There are 4-color control decks that are doing pretty decently in Standard right now.
If you are talking about Rainbow Lich.
No, I'm not talking about that deck.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple 4-colors that have shown pretty well online.
Yeah. I believe it, man. There's some cool stuff.
The mana base, I thought the mana base would be an issue, but
the mana base right now is pretty diverse. The thing is, it's still greedy.
We got all the check. Yeah, of course it's greedy.
Yep.
If you're playing more than 3 colors, you're being greedy.
Looks like RJ does not want these Falcon Wrath Gorgers.
They're 1 mana 2 ones.
But we'll see what he's going to bring in.
It is a mistake to show your opponent your sideboard plan, though.
Yep. We'll talk to him about that after.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's now showing up those,
Goblin Bushwhackers?
Yeah, those are, Reckless Bushwhackers.
Sorry. All the Bushwhackers.
I mean, there was a deck around for a while called 8-Whack.
8-Whack.
Yeah. I liked it. It was pretty cool.
8-Whack, 8-Rack. Soon we need an 8 Dak Faded deck.
The Dak Faded's got to get another print.
I know.
He's a pretty cool planeswalker. His story was pretty interesting.
There's a few interesting cards that are showing up from supplementary sets like Dak. Queen Marchesa has been showing up and stuff recently.
Queen Marchesa's real good.
Yeah.
Those assassins are nuts.
Kaya Ghost Assassin I'm waiting to see show up somewhere.
You know, I want that card to be good.
But it's not.
She does not feel like a good card.
That's fair.
If you're gonna run her, might as well just run Venser.
Shaper Savant?
No. So the Sojourner. They do basically the same thing, and blue-white is better in every format than white-black.
That's true. But they could be Orzhov buddies.
I mean, they could be Esper buddies.
I like 8 Dak. How are you doing, Strange Brews? We miss you tremendously out here, my friend.
Strange Brews, huh?
I hope That's
Andy. It's gotta be Andy. He talks about Strange Brews quite a bit.
I actually stepped into a comic magic LGS kind of store while I was on my trip, just for a few minutes to just check it out while we're waiting for something. And they had this toy figure. They had old toys there, and they had an action figure of the Strange Brews guys. That I was like, if Andy was in Hawaii, I would get that and just bring it back to him.
Actually, Andy sent me a pretty sweet picture of some maybe 3rd or 4th printings of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings stuff from the LGS that he was in.
Very cool. How was your FNM experience, Andy? I hope it was okay, but not as good as with us. I'm just saying.
Nothing can be as good as Other Realms.
Yeah, we love it here. We love all our legacy and current players, and welcome all you new players.
I'll be honest. The reason I haven't moved to the mainland is Other Realms.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to look for a new LGS.
Yeah. Finding a new LGS is always tough. We try to make it as easy as possible.
Well, we try to take the shopping out of it. You just come here one time and keep coming back.
Looks like RJ has a pretty good hand, except for lands, right? He's on.
You know, I think I keep it. He's got good one drops. I mean, Beaumont Courier gets him there.
What one landers are rough, Ben. I'm just gonna say that. This morning I was
no guts, no glory, man.
RJ has been taking our advice and decided 2 lands is something that he'd like to see in his hand.
I mean, ideally you're gonna have 2 or 3, but no guts, no glory. Keep 7 every time.
So today I was watching the Pro Tour, and one of I think they were playing limited. One of the competitors kept a 1-lander, and I kind of like screamed at the screen like a little bit. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Forehead vein throbbing.
Yeah, it was not. All I could hear was like Andy in my head being like, "Did he keep a 1-lander? He kept a 1-lander, man." And then he played he was playing Ben Stark, and it's really bad keeping a 1-lander versus Ben Stark and going.
Yeah, Ben Stark will not let you
play a land and then turn 2 go pass. It feels bad. Yeah. Oh, you already had a pre-Ravnica weekend, I guess.
Well, Ravnica weekend starts today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is Ravnica weekend.
Yeah.
That's right. So technically, but tomorrow we're doing a Ravnica weekend.
Yeah.
Event.
Yeah, our Ravnica weekend's tomorrow, I think, at 11 a.m.
Nice. 11 a.m.?
11 to 2.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's not at night.
No, unfortunately, Gerard and I both will not be here tomorrow. There is a superstar in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
But
I'll have to confirm about the time. I think it might be tomorrow night.
They might be doing it. You know, they might be doing it
tomorrow night. So
the last I talked with Gerard about it, we were doing it during the day.
Okay, I'll find out.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it should be tomorrow night.
I hope so.
All right, so Ramanut Red got the Ramanut.
Yeah, so we see that Earthshaker Kenra coming in.
Valakut comes out on 1. No need to do anything for Paul if he doesn't have a bolt in hand, so bringing in tap should be fine. Yeah, the 4th pack adds a lot of extra power. Pack 1, pick 1 Aurelia seems pretty good, though.
It also seems like you were stuck in Boros.
Boros is a good thing to be stuck in right now, my friend.
Friends don't let friends play white.
My current rankings for guilds in limited are Dimir, Boros, Izzet, Selesnya, and Golgari is the last one.
Selesnya is better than Golgari?
Hell yes. Because you can cheat and stuff. Convoke is cheaty, man. Anytime you can play something that costs 6 on like turn 4
is better than Undergrowth.
Yeah, it's harder to deal with Undergrowth.
It's harder to do Undergrowth stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It's harder to deal with Undergrowth than it is to...
Although I do like Lotleth Giant.
Lotleth Giant is cool. Boros is my... Actually, you know what? I stick by our original statement when we started casting Guilds of Ravnica, Andy. If you don't know what to take, just go Boros, because...
Just draft Fresh-Faced Recruit.
Just go Boros and then go straight to the face.
So Paul casting Farseek here.
Yep.
Typical ramp stuff.
Picking up more lands. RJ has 2 very solid... oh, is that a cartouche?
That's a cartouche of Zeal.
So that gives it
plus
haste.
Almost 1...
Something can't block this turn?
I think it's First Strike. Something can't block.
It's First Strike, haste... No, it's haste, something can't block.
Okay.
It's haste, something can't block.
Yeah, I know the ETB is something can't block. And it gives it plus 1/+1.
So that's 3 damage.
And...
Is this a bolt or a shot?
That's a bolt.
Okay.
So we got Paul at 11, it looks like.
So 3, 6, 8. Did he crack a fetch? Did Paul crack a fetch?
I can't tell. He's got a Farseek in his graveyard.
He took 12 damage from RJ, basically.
Yeah. He's got a Farseek and another card in his graveyard.
Okay, so there's another fetch puts him at 11. So I see a shock and a bolt in RJ's hand.
That's pretty good.
That's 5 damage. Ramanut Reb with 5, 7.
That puts him at 8. So it puts Paul down to 3 with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
He has to do it in the next 2 turns, though, I think.
Yeah, I think Paul is going to just fire off the combo.
RJ has been playing this deck for about 2 Moderns now. I did play him last Modern, I believe. He's been playing a version of Mono Red Aggro.
That is an Obstinate Baloth.
That is an Obstinate Baloth.
That's really good.
Yeah. Actually, thinking about it, anything that Paul would have in his sideboard that you'd put in versus Burn fits perfectly here.
Now, I don't like this. RJ is going 2 for 1 on the Baloth.
Yeah. I think he has to save the damage for face there.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. I think he swings in. When Paul goes to block, then he shocks, and that gives him way better plays.
Yep, and RJ is pretty new to the format.
Yeah, he's definitely new to Modern.
He has to think about these things, and this is how you learn.
Yeah, it's not necessarily awful. He's still getting in a bolt.
Yep.
So.
But there are also lines of play. There's an option, I think, in that if he played the bolts earlier, or bolt or shock to Paul's face, he could save the cartouche for the turn that the Baloth came into play, so make the Baloth not be able to...
Yeah, playing the cartouche with nothing else on the battlefield felt a little premature to me.
Because saving the cartouche for that moment could be quite good.
Yeah. So we have Paul cracking a fetch.
The big issue about burning the 2 kind of bolt effects onto the Obstinate Baloth is, like you said earlier, he's using 2 cards for 1, and very, very shortly he'll be out of cards.
Yeah. I mean, he's down to 2 already.
Yeah.
Red traditionally has no real way to refill their hand.
That's a big issue.
I mean, in Modern they have Browbeat and now Risk Factor.
Yeah, so that's the Cartouche of Zeal. That's the one. Yeah.
So there's a bolt on the Kenra.
So the reason why I think you hold it for that is you basically end up getting 2 for 1 twice, and then you just run out of steam real quick.
So Pulse of Marasa.
That gains 6 more life.
Yeah, and he's gonna get back a land or
any card. He can bring back the Baloth.
I think it's creature or land, right?
I believe it's creature or land. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Baloth. I forgot the thing was in the graveyard already.
Yep.
Yeah. So Paul just undid everything that RJ did.
Yep. And then RJ is kind of going to be stuck with only 2 cards, both of which are spells that...
one of them's a bolt, and the other one, I think,
Shivan Fire.
Shivan Fire?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely... I think the dust is going to settle here with Paul on top. RJ spent a lot of resources.
Comes in.
Yeah, RJ spent a lot of resources getting Paul down to as low as he was. And
and now he's back
Paul's
up.
gained 14 life this game.
Yep. Is that another Farseek?
Yeah.
And very shortly, he's going to be able to start Valakutting off.
Yeah, so Paul is a escape shift away from victory here.
Yep. And even not, the clock still exists with the Baloth and just the regular Valakut.
Yeah, that
triggers.
Baloth is a 5-turn clock. Yep. So RJ looks like he topped the land and just conceded.
Yep. Well, Titan Shift doing what it does, getting
Titan Shift is 75 cards of inevitability.
Yep, and Paul putting in a bunch of sideboard tech like the Baloth that looks like certainly is a sideboard card.
Yeah. The Baloth is real good. It does work against Liliana. It does. Yep. All the things that Titan Shift has issues with. Baloth kind of fixes that up.
Pretty solid card. Good catch-all against the red deck.